Leader, could I ask you if this government actually values children? Do you and your government put children first? Is there any pre-election pledge that Labour or Fine Gael won't break? Is there any item in the programme for government that you won't break either? And I ask this in the context of the announcement that Minister Quinn will make today in relation to special needs assistance and resource hours for children with disabilities, with learning disabilities, with autism, with language disabilities. Can I remind government senators that these cuts began in 2011. In 2011, you reduced the resource hours and special needs assistance by 12%. Minister Quinn today is going to propose that children will only be given 75% of the recommended resource and learning support, 75%. Now, when Minister Quinn cut that in December's budget, his answer at that stage was, when asked why pupils with disabilities should face cuts in this area, he said, well, everyone needs to go the extra mile. Now, unfortunately, for these children who should be valued, that going the extra mile is more difficult for them to do. Children with special needs deserve and require government support and the Department of Education support. So I'm asking you, Leader, why has this government taken it upon themselves to bring about a sustained attack on children and families with children with special needs? You're going to propose today that the recommended hours for any child of any age who's in school, they will only get 75% of that. That's what you're going to recommend today. I think that is absolutely disgraceful. And I'm sure all of you on that side of the House think that is absolutely disgraceful. Furthermore, I'm certain that not one of you would be able to support that measure with a clear conscience. We had Minister Fitzgerald in here a couple of weeks ago talking about what she will do in the area of supporting children and in the preschool area. And I'd agreed with a lot of what she said. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late. But these are things that you have been doing since 2011. You've actually been cutting special needs, been cutting resource hours on a sustained basis. So can you, Leader, and I'll finish on this, Cathaoirleach, can you tell me if Fine Gael and Labour believe this is acceptable? And furthermore, Cathaoirleach, because of the gravity of what's going to be announced today, I'm proposing an amendment to the order of business that Minister Ruairi Quinn come into this House and explain to me why he sees fit and proper that children with special needs and children who require resource teaching are going to face a 12% year-on-year cut, a further cut. It's outrageous, it's irresponsible, and it's disgraceful.
However, Senator O'Brien raised the situation in relation to the government putting children first, and I think that's the reason why we had a children's referendum. The government are putting children first. I wasn't going to comment really on what Senator O'Brien suggested that Minister Quinn might say today, but I think I should point out that the provision for resource teachers and SNAs for the coming school year will remain at the same level for this year. The number of SNAs remains at 10,575 and the number of resource teachers allocated by the NCSE remains at 5,265.
Pupils
a further 4,685 are allocated by the department, bringing the overall allocation of resource teachers to 9,950. This is the third year in a row under which the number of SNAs and resource teachers has been protected by the government. The NCNSE has indicated that demand for resource teachers has risen again this year and over the last year. And as the number of posts available is the same as last year, it's necessary to reduce the individual allocations by a further 10% to ensure that all children who require resource teacher support will be able to access such support. But when it is fully announced, I'm sure we will have another debate on the issue.